Hey there, love them knives? Yes. LTK here? Yes. I'll tell you what, I have really been meaning to do this. I have done a review before on the Venom Attacker. This is a John Venom Attacker, okay? So I did one before because I had one sent to me for a table sale, okay? So it was in S35VN. I had avoided buying one of these for a long time, even though I like the John brand. But I avoided getting one of these because I thought, yeah, I'm not sure if I really liked the Venom 2. And so that had these carbon fiber scales that went the full length, and it didn't have a bolster. And they were real highly textured carbon fiber scales. And I never did buy the Venom 2 at the time either. I got the Venom 2 G10 model that was like $25. And I loved it. But this is the Venom Attacker. And several of my buddies got these knives and they go, you don't understand. This is so nice. So nice. You need to get one. But when I got the one for my table sale, it was an S35VN, and I felt how glassy smooth these carbon fiber inserts on here are. It's just spooky. It's so nice. And then this, how this segues into the bolster, and I mean, there is not a line, nothing. It is just smooth. Really smooth. Close your eyes, you can't tell. That is just incredible. I love that. They have done a great job. Really great job. And this is like almost a hand rub satin look. But, yes, M390. So they upgraded this to an M390, and I go, because I was going to flip and do the S35VN, and then I saw they got M390, and then that was it. All hell broke loose. I had to get one. And I'll tell you what, look at that suspended back spacer. It's just really nice. There's just so many things that are so nicely done on this knife. So nicely done. Yeah, a little bit of skeletonizing in here. I mean, they've done a little cutout back in the back. See that? That didn't need to be done, and also on the inside of the lock bar. But the top, well, no, because it's thin enough there. You've put carbon fiber on there. Just really, one of my buddies said this is probably one of the nicest jobs with carbon fiber on a knife that I've ever owned, and he's owned a few. So, and yep, you can make it dark enough, I don't know. Tritium. So, there you go. It'll still be glowing when I'm dead. Well, if I was 20 years old, I'd go, no, I'll outlive it. But no, in any case. So, lockup, 25%, maybe 30%. And, of course, hardened steel. Insert here in the lock bar to interface with the M390 blade, and the action is wonderful. It is all kinds of wonderful on this knife. This is probably, and it's really kind of horrible because I don't want this to be the best John knife I've ever had in my hands, but I think it is. I mean, I just got to kind of just surrender. I fought it for as long as I could fight it for, and I just had to do it. And you know what? If you haven't had one of these in your hands, you ought to. You ought to. I mean, if it's a design that just absolutely you don't like, and really, to tell you the truth, I wanted the Venom 2, and now I do have the Venom 2 on order in M390 because it has come back out again. But you know what? I like this better than the Venom 2. I do like this bolster. I do like this contouring here. I do like the insert of carbon fiber in the blade, which I thought, this is just kind of silly, and I don't know why you want to insert materials like that in blade steel. But now I'm getting it. I'm finally getting it. You know, and then you've got this lanyard hole on the very end as an extension of the backspacer. Obviously machined titanium pocket clip. I don't know. I mean, I look at this knife and I go, you know, a lot of knives I look at, I go, would I want to like maybe anno this bronze or do some other pimping? I think it's just fine the way it is, to tell you the truth. It's really hard to, you know, for me to visualize. I'm not that creative, but yeah, I think in a bronze it would be real showy. Maybe if you did it in maybe a light blue as well. I don't know, but just trying to imagine. On your time. Wow. That is just some really good action. Does it feel good in the hand? Wow, it feels wonderful in the hand. It's a good sized knife though. You know, this is not a tiny knife. This is not a 3-inch blade, okay? This is almost all the way to 4, and depends on where you want to measure it to. 4-inch, 100 millimeter, okay? Out here, not quite 9-inch, but 8 3/4 to 8 7/8 overall. So about 22.5 centimeters. Good size knife. Good size knife. Blade stock. 0.148 of an inch, so it's got to be close to 4 millimeters. Come on. Move for me. There you go. 3 point, let's see if we can get a better kind of grip on this. Almost 3.8. So it's coming up on 4 millimeters there. Now, how's it feel in the hand? How much does it fill your hand up? 14.5 millimeters. Not quite 6/10 of an inch, but it's getting there. And that's not counting the pocket clip. That's a handful. That's pretty good. When it's 0.58, 0.57, then, you know, that's fatter than a lot of knives. Now, not a lot fatter than this, because this is a pretty fat handle. This is the Griptilian, okay? So this knife is bigger than the grip. So my grip's like EDC, you know, blah, blah, blah. Here, put this on this side. Put the Mannix on the other. So there you go. Not quite 9-inch. This is at 8 here. So it's bigger. It's bigger. Both ways. And this is pretty fat. This is a handful. That's what I like about this grip. It's really good that way. This is a lot thinner in that respect. And if you look at the blade stock, it's a lot heavier on the Venom. Check it out with the grip. Yeah, it's heavier still, yeah. So, but fatness in the handles, it's about the same, which is good. I like this. I like being able to get your hand around something. So, oh, this is so nice. Comes in a zipper pouch. And in the zipper pouch, you get a mess of stuff. And of course, I've messed it up. But kind of you get this microfiber cloth. John Venom Attacker. And bada bang, bada boom, right? You get the tool. And on the other side, the big tool. So the big tool for this, the little tool for this. So you got that. Now can you get any torque on that? Well, you supply the thin screwdriver or whatever rod that'll go through there that, you know, that you can turn. You have to supply that, but they give you the other tool. I'm thinking a screwdriver will work regardless, so whatever. I haven't had to do anything with this. The detent is really good on this thing. It's pretty doggone strong. And look at where the flipper tab is. how far back it is on the knife. It's not, you know, some knives it's way up here, okay? So you're reaching around. This one is like, yeah, Barcalounger, comfortable right here. And adequate jimping on the flipper tab. Bam. And you know what? They need that jimping for grip. You know why? Because that's pretty stiff detent. Hold on. Oh, man. No, I'm not going to do that. No. I could feel that it's, no, that's pretty tough. That's pretty tough. So where is that on the detent scale? That's a good 7.5, I'd say. Once it does deploy, the problem is once it does deploy, you've already got so much pressure on there, it's going to go all the way. You can't half it. You can't hardly fail this. I'm going to try and fail it. Wow, no. This is really, really difficult to fail this. That's really strong detent. But that's good. You'll get used to it. Some people really prefer the real strong detent. I don't know if I care that much, as long as the bearings spin real free and they're good. So, and let me show you some paperwork on this. Yeah, Venom Attacker, ball bearing, M390, titanium carbon fiber, blah, blah, blah. $265, that's kind of your standard fare. You can watch these and see if you can get these on sale online, so be vigilant about that. Sometimes AliExpress and DHgate come up with some sales as well, and coupons, and you go through eBay to get another 3 or 4%, so that kind of thing. There's your millimeters. The M390, Austrian. So, yeah, 150 grams. Really? Well, where'd my scale go? Come here. Let's stick that baby on there and see what we got. 5.23 ounces, so 148. Would they say 150? Pretty daggone close there. Whew. Yeah, so it's not overly heavy, but it feels substantial in the hand. Thank God they got carbon fiber on there, huh? Beautiful knife. And you know what? I just love this Kevin stuff. Kevin John stuff is really cool. I had the new concept, and then I sold that off. Why? Because I was brain damaged. And so I got the wing, which is the integral, and this is a heck of a knife right here. Love it or hate it, I don't know. I love it. I love these milled rate. The one without any milled lines in the scales is just kind of blah. But this one, you know, has that design milled into the handle. And this is supposed to be the blue. It kind of looks like a little bit of green. And different light, it almost washes it out to make it look just like a little bit darker gray. So, you know, choose the color you want. Just be prepared for not a whole lot of color pop on it, but that's just the way it is. You see, it is a different color, but it's, oh well. In any case, so this is the integral, and of course the nice ceramic ball on the, and this, ooh, whew, wow. And not much of a flipper tab there, just saying. But this one, a little taller flipper tab, good jimping, very stiff detent on this particular knife. Don't know if that runs true for every single one that comes out, but I'd say they probably tend to run a stronger detent than not, if this is how this works on this one. Beautiful lines. Great looking knife. M390. I'll tell you what, this is as good a knife as I'm trying to think of any knife that I just think is just way, head and shoulders above these Kevin John knives, and no. These are as good as any knife I've probably had in my hands. And I'm trying to, including maybe full customs. Just saying. A knife gets so good, and then how does it get gooder? I don't know. Because when it hits a certain point with me, it's like it's hard to appreciate a higher level of refinement or action because it may be lost on me personally. And you may be able to appreciate and really, know that difference and really have a true appreciation for the difference. Not me. It gets so good, and then I think the additional money, another $1,000 or so, gets lost on me. You see a design you love, and it's a lust thing, and you got to have it because that's the design that you want and the way it's put together and the materials. Okay. But as far as in the hand, as far as action, as far as comfort, and this is really good both ways, reverse grip and standard, and of course no hot spots with the milled clip. It gets lost on me. So $265, is that the best I can appreciate? $4,000 doesn't do it for me? Well, hell yeah. There's some beautiful knives out there that if I had all kinds of money, I'd buy them because that's the only, $4,000 is the only money that'll buy that knife. You know what I mean? But, as far as, I really like this design. I think it's a beautiful knife. It just has great form and function. Action is wonderful. I like the blade design. The seamless fit and finish here with the carbon fiber is just, to me, it's there. If somebody wanted to make a knife exactly like this and charge $4,000, you want to put your skills as a knife maker against this and say, I can make this knife for $4,000 and it'll feel, 10 times better than this knife or 20 times better. Good luck to you. Good luck to you. Because I don't think that's going to happen. So that's what I'm saying. It's just so much that I can appreciate. And beyond there, then you're getting just really, really, really small increments of refinement that may or may not be detectable to you at a lot more money. These Kevin John ones just really cool. Really like them. Both. Very different knives. These are very different. This really, this lock bar is really easier to disengage. This one is not difficult at all. You know what? Now, come to think of it, they're both pretty easy to disengage. You got a little bit difference there on the pass-through. And yes, it's pretty good. This one's stiffer, detent, and a taller flipper tab. Yeah, this one's not as hard to detent because I can gravity flip this one. So not as much detent, not as tall a flipper tab. So just depends on what you like, but that doesn't mean that, this one's inferior in any way. No, and it costs more money too. Come to think of it. Wow. Yes, we do. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, I do recommend these. I really do. The Kevin John knives. I had the Matrix as well, which I know is it's a borrowed design from Microtech. But Kevin John has done takeoffs on other knives. So you call it cloning, but it's because they don't use the other people's logos and stuff. But yes, they have stolen the designs on some of the knives. But man, if they do them as well as this, oh my God. It's just really good quality stuff. And so I'm sold on it. Yeah, I'd like to get the new concept back again that I sold off, and then the Matrix. And I think I'd be good then, unless well, and I've got the Venom 2 coming in, so that'd be a 5-way. And I think that's all. But I would like to have all those 5 knives in my permanent collection. I'm serious. I mean, really, they're that good. Now, I don't carry these on a regular basis. I don't have any plans on putting them under hard use, because they are, you know, yeah, they're drawer queens or safe queens or whatever for me. You know, they're there to enjoy, maybe do some very, very light cutting, but just, you know, because they're a joy to have in the hand, the craftsmanship. Very sharp, right from KJ. Really nice, good quality, high-end materials. It's hard to not like them. Thank you for joining me. Subscribe if you'd like. We do some odd Chinese stuff, this and that, and odd stuff from around the world, as well as a lot of the standard brands out there. Because I get what I am attracted to stylistically. And, oh, I guess I can compare them. They're not far off. I think the Venom Attacker is a little bit bigger. Or could that be the camera angle? In any case, thanks. And have a wonderful, wonderful the rest of your day, as Nick would say. Because you know what we do here. We love them knives, so stay sharp.